It's presidential, the outcome evidential. We strive for higher mental. This time, no accidental. We shine.
Welcome, gang. You already know what it is. Remember, repeat. We are back in our town, you know what I mean? I don't live in Florida, but I'm missing palm trees right now. But this is a good scene right here, you know what I mean? Good fall weather, you know what I mean? How y'all feeling today? You know what I mean? What I want y'all to do today is turn off your phones. Well, not really turn off your phones, right? Because y'all probably doing business or something. I do a lot of business from my phone. Turn off Netflix, turn off the music, and tap into a book, you know what I mean? Tap into something that's going to elevate your mind. This is The Power, you know what I mean? It's based on the sequel to The Secret, because this is what I'm reading right now. But shit, I got to give y'all this Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter 50 Cent. I don't have the hard copy because I lost my book, man. I actually left it in Florida, and I'm wishing that the people can send it back, the people at the Airbnb. So pray with me, guys. Pray for me. But you can still read from your phone, right? Thank God for the PDF. Let's go, gang. Where we start off? All right, let's go. They might look funny today with their skin-tight jeans, knee-high leather boots, and studded bracelets. But when they broke on the scene, they were dangerous. America had never seen anything like them before. And most important, they were damaged. Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. They set the tone for what the culture wanted from its heroes. By the late 80s, Acts Like the Furious 5 had been pushed out by newcomers like NWA. No one had seen a group that damaged and dangerous before. And NWA made those OGs seem safe and cuddly by comparison. For several years, NWA was the illest thing in sight until Wu-Tang stormed onto the scene and grabbed that mantle. They were young, wild, and out of control. The culture couldn't get enough. Then Tupac brought the West Coast back. No one was more thrilling damaged than Pac after he signed with Death Row. He was taking shots at undercover cops, strutting in courtrooms, and surviving assassination attempts. There's no telling how long his reign could have lasted if he hadn't been killed. After Pac, it was my turn. I raised the damage bar as high as it could possibly go. He got shot 9 times and didn't die, but eventually the culture didn't see me the same way no more either. I might have been phased out, but the pattern kept going and going. The most recent rapper to harness that energy was Tekashi, but he wasn't able to control it. By that time this book comes out, there will probably be another young boy who has filled Tekashi's shoes, or maybe even a young girl out of their way to let you know that they're just as damaged as the guys. The fatal mistake a lot of rappers make is refusing to accept the pattern in their minds. They're still damaged, still the same person who broke into the game. But as I wrote earlier, people tend to stop viewing you as human once you taste success. In the public's mind, once you make it, you're fixed. Time to move on to the next one. The perceptive artists accept this reality and evolve. The non-observant keep fighting the inevitable, all the way into obscurity. If you look at the rappers of the past, which ones are still relevant today? Outside of myself, it's Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Method Man, and Snoop. And it's not because of their music. Times change and no one's checking for that anymore. It's because those first 3 recognized that their time as a rapper wouldn't last forever, and they transitioned into other pursuits. Method Man to acting, Cube into acting, and the Big 3 basketball league. And Dre hit the jackpot with headphones and Apple. Those guys were smart enough and humble enough to understand that the public can never be wrong. When people don't respond to what you give them, they're telling you they moved on, loud and clear. If you don't hear them, then you're just not listening. I'm still passionate about making music, but it's not my defining identity anymore. Let's say I went into the studio one night and was able to capture the magic that's behind every great song. The energy was right, the beats were slapping, and I laid down some of my best verses. When the sun rose in the morning, I was sitting on hits I might have just created great content, but I still probably wouldn't release those songs myself. Instead, I'd give all those songs to a solid young blood. Someone with tats all over their face who is on Molly and lean, who always looks like he's in zombie mode. Someone who seems like they're really damaged. Why? Because I'm realistic enough to concede that the public is going to be more receptive to it coming from their voice than from my own. Why not give that talented young artist something that can take him to the next level? I can have a piece of that song and he can get a taste of success. Sounds like a good deal for everyone. I've accepted that my role in the culture has changed. That doesn't mean I can't still impact it. I just have to utilize different methods. No matter what you do, you have to be able to accept that your role is going to change. When you first break into a space or industry, you view that inevitability as a positive. If a company or organization staff didn't evolve, you never get a chance in the first place. That endless evolution is the key that opens the door for you. Then you work a few hours and start to get comfortable. You start to develop habits. If you're good, you might make your company some money, maybe even a lot of it. Then you'll start to think that the company owes you, not only for what they're paying you in the moment, but for all you've done for them in the past too. Maybe you start to take your foot off the gas a bit and begin to believe that your track record will secure your spot forever. Sorry, but the world doesn't work like that. The same change that brought you in the door can sweep you right back out if you don't keep pushing yourself forward. No matter how many promotions you received, how many corner offices you moved into, or even how many times you've seen your name in the headlines, you can never settle. You have to keep finding new ways to challenge yourself. A guy named Ray Dalio runs Bridgewater Associates, one of the largest hedge funds in the world. His personal worth is around $18 billion. He knows a thing or two about what motivates continued success. Here are his thoughts on the importance of personal evolution. Once we get the things we are striving for, we rarely remain satisfied with them. The things are just the bait. Chasing after them forces us to evolve. And it is the evolution and not the rewards themselves that matters to us and to those around us. This means that for most people, success is struggling and evolving as effectively as possible. I can promise you that Ray understands what it takes. I've gotten all the things I've ever strived for and then some, and I'm still not satisfied with my situation. I've sold almost 30 million records, evidently. A few people like me as a rapper, but every time I step into the booth, I'm still trying to come up with that killer line. I still want to prove that I've got the best verse. Just like I want to create more great TV, sell more books, and launch more liquor brands. In a couple of years from now, I suspect I'll have some new project I'm about to launch that I'll be just excited about as when I was signing my first deal with Interscope. The moment I close the door on my personal evolution is the moment I need to hang it up. I don't see that door closing anytime soon. Change with the culture. Being willing to evolve in your own job or position is just part of the battle. You also have to be willing to change with your culture too. There are a lot of reasons why Power has become a bona fide hit. I've received a lot of support from stars. My showrunner, Courtney Kemp, has blessed us with fantastic scripts. Cast members like Omari Hardwick, Joseph Sikora, Notori Norton, Lala Anthony, and Layla Lauren all did an incredible job breathing life into our vision. But one of the biggest factors behind the show's success is that I constructed it to reflect my audience evolution. I conceived Power for my audience and my audience only. I wasn't trying to tap into a new demographic or attract a wider viewership. I understood I was going to get one chance to get it right with Power. And in order to do that, I had to speak directly to my people. I was very confident in my ability to do that. I am nothing if not observant, and I'd spent a lot of time paying attention to my fans over the years. When I first came out, my core audience was young college-age kids or 20-somethings who were going out to the clubs for the first time. So what did I do? I made music that I knew would connect with their lifestyles. Take the famous line, "Go shorty, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday." That had to connect my audience that had to connect. My audience was in the clubs, and every night it was going to be somebody's birthday. That line reflected how they were living, and it could never lose its relevancy. By 2014, my audience wasn't in the clubs every night anymore. If it was their birthday, they might be having a quiet celebration at home with their spouse and young kids. They were maturing. Family, I'm gonna leave y'all there, right? I love life. I love books. I love reading, right? Loving life is the key, guys. You know what I mean? Everything we just got right here, I don't know how it didn't get you in a trance or like a dream of what you was just getting right there. That's some deep knowledge, man. 50, thank you, family. 100, read, remember, repeat. You did.